Hi there, welcome to Thought Flow Glow Oracle, where I interpret the cards to provide insight into your life. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're here, I believe you're meant to be here. Take what resonates, discard the rest. Even if it's just one word that gets you thinking, or maybe this entire story resonates with you, I feel like if you're here, there's a reason. So if you do enjoy this reading, and if you feel like it does resonate with you even a little bit, don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more. Alrighty, what am I seeing for you today? The cards that we have out are the Justice, the Chariot, the King of Cups, and the Magician card. What am I seeing? I feel like I'm speaking to someone who is like a pioneer, a trailblazer, someone who doesn't mind being alone. This is not going to be for someone who feels lonely, or maybe you do. Maybe you do feel lonely, but you're moving out of that. Because in the cards today, what I'm seeing is that you're going to be someone who you're like more of a tiger or an owl, hawk, eagle. You're not going to be a sheep. I'm not speaking to any antelope, any buffaloes, any pigeons. You know those animals that sort of flock together and they just sort of follow each other with no leader at all. They just do what the others do. No, no, no. I'm not speaking to that group. I'm speaking to I'm hearing leaders and people who march by the beat of their own drum. You could be an Aries or maybe an Aries, but I meant to say an Aquarius. Or maybe it's heavy in your chart. Maybe you have a lot of planets in Aquarius. Maybe not. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but that's just what was coming through. Before I sat down for this reading, I was getting loneliness. I was hearing the word loneliness. So I knew this was going to be a reading about someone who is overcoming loneliness or feels empowered by their solitude. Like I knew it was going to be a reading about someone who maybe felt lonely in the past, but has learned to be with themselves. And I'm getting that as it's making you very magnetic. But anyway, so I was hearing the word loneliness, and the first card that came out was that Justice card. And I was just like, what does this have to do with being lonely or being alone? And after some like contemplation and just meditating on this card, I realized that this card is representing someone who is taking life into their there's some kind of authority here. You're someone who has authority over your own life. You don't allow others to influence you. Like you influence yourself. Like you have the power, is what I'm getting. Like you have this authority. And then the other thing I was getting with this card was that, what was it? Oh, and I felt like this was so important that you are like an advocate for your own like solitude. You don't feel like you need approval from others. You don't need validation from others. And if someone tries to tell you that you need other people in your life, like I feel like I'm speaking to someone who will say, no, I don't need that. I don't need to be around other people to feel good about myself or to feel validated and approved. Like, of course, you're going to be a social butterfly, a social person. You're very charming, just looking at the other cards in this, the other cards that came out. So you're very lovable, very charming, but you don't need to, I'm hearing place yourself in the center. Like, you don't need to be center of attention, but you also don't really need to be surrounded by others 24/7 to feel happy. And you're able to tell people, no, like, I feel balanced. Like, no, I'm not lonely. Like, you don't understand because that's how you are. Like, this is you telling the other people, like, hey, like, maybe you don't do well by yourself, but I do well by myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's what I was getting from this justice card. Like, you're able to tell people, hey, like, there's nothing wrong with me not having a relationship or not having friends or not wanting to be with my family 24/7, whatever it is for you. Um, maybe you're always with your family and friends, but you don't have a partner. Or maybe you're always with your partner and your family, but not your friends. There's something there that maybe you, like, I'm hearing cancel out. And maybe others try to maybe put you down or mock you or something for being this lone ranger, but you have the strength in yourself to be able to say no. I don't need that, and there's nothing wrong with me for not needing that. Like, that's your human experience. That's you need it, and you are projecting onto me, and you think that I need that, but I don't. So that's the message that I was getting, is that you're someone who is very strong on your own. You stand alone. Maybe not always, but when you do stand alone, it doesn't feel scary. It doesn't feel lonely. You actually enjoy your own peace. You enjoy your own energy. You enjoy your own thoughts. And as a result, you're moving forward in your life. That's what that Chariot card is there for. You're still moving ahead. You're still charging along. You have goals that you're focused on. You're focused on achieving those goals. You might be focused on work. And also, I'm getting maybe even at work, you don't socialize with others. And maybe they, I'm hearing like judge you or something like that. Or maybe they, I don't know what word to use here. I'll just say judge. Maybe you feel like they're judging you. But I'm also getting at the same time that they're admiring you for being able, there's someone in your office that might be admiring you for being able to say no to social events at work. Maybe you don't want to attend and you tell them no. And there's people around you who you might think that they're looking at you with judgment, but they're just observing you. That's kind of interesting. It just feels like, hey, like they're thinking to themselves, wow, like who is this person? Like, how come I can't do that? You know what I mean? There's strength within you, there's power within you because you're able to stand alone. And with this King of Cups, you do it with such a loving energy and you have like this emotional maturity. Like, you're not selfish, you're not arrogant, you're not prideful, you're mindful, like you have the self-awareness, you're like conscientious, sorry, not sure what word, but you are very like aware of yourself. You know who you are, and you have this power with that Magician card there. You have this power to like transform your life in the way that you want it to be transformed, or you have this power to create your life in the way that you want it to be created, essentially. And like I said, you might be someone who marches to the beat of your own drum. You're a pioneer. You're a lone wolf. You're like an eagle in the sky. Eagles and hawks, they don't hang out with pigeons. Tigers, they don't hang out with sheep or antelope and buffalo. No. Those animals, they just follow each other, and they will follow each other to I don't want to say what came to mind, but they will just, how do I rephrase this? I just have this image. I don't know if it's a meme or like in a cartoon or something, or where I'm seeing this, but there were like buffalo who, or not, well, they like followed each other into like their, you know what, scratch that. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but if you know, you know. You're just not that, okay? So, what else do we have here? What else do I have for you? I kind of feel drawn to get one more card, actually. Yeah, if you're still here. Two of Wands. Actually, let's get two more cards. Two of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and the Fool. I'm getting that you're a planner. You can plan your way out of... I'm hearing you can plan your way out of destruction. And also with that Fool card there, it just feels like you don't really have a care in the world. You're unbothered. People's opinions and thoughts of you don't really matter. And it feels like with that Two of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, it feels like you have like a handle on your life. You have a hang of it, or hang on it, or whatever that saying is. And I'm also getting that people are quite surprised at like the way that you move through life and the results that you get. They're not getting the same results as you because they are influenced by other people. They're doing what they don't want to do because other people are telling them to do it. You don't do that. You listen to your own heart, your own intuition, your own guidance system. You know what's right for you and you do what's right for you. You don't listen to the other, I'm hearing naysayers. You don't listen to the other people who try to hold you back. You know, like the crab, how like one crab tries to get out and then the other crabs pull them down. You don't associate yourself with that group. That's like on the other side of the... What fish stands alone? You're that fish. While the other crabs are on the other side of the ocean just tearing each other down. You have nothing to do with that. So overall, I'm just getting someone who is very strong, very powerful. You know who you are. You're a leader. You could be an influencer as well. I feel like you could be someone who, like, you don't follow others, but others follow you. And it's because you're able to stand alone and be by yourself and you're not easily influenced and you don't have any shame for that. You don't allow others to make you feel bad for that. Like, I feel like you're someone who you could be with a crowd if you want it to be, and you could be alone if you want it to be. You just do what feels right for you. You don't allow others to judge you. If they do, you just walk away. You don't even associate yourself with those type of people. Yeah. I'm hearing pioneer again. So you're doing great things. You're doing big things in life. I'm also hearing others are going to be surprised. They're going to be surprised with what you have to offer to the world. And you have a lot to offer to the world because maybe you're getting insight. Maybe you meditate a lot. Maybe you go on like retreats. I'm also hearing hiking. So maybe you do a lot of things where you just sort of like connect with nature alone and you get these insight, you get these messages. Sounds really peaceful, actually. Or maybe you sit at the beach, you listen to the waves, you allow yourself to just connect with your higher self. And people who like flock together, they don't allow themselves to do that. They're so worried about what other people are thinking of them, and they're just sort of I'm hearing they're wasting their life away. You know what's interesting? Everyone as an individual is so powerful, but like when you're following other people doing what they do, you don't allow your own gifts to shine. Like, we all as individuals have our own gifts, but if we're doing what other people are doing and we're hiding our gifts, then it's like we're not offering to the world what we're meant to offer. And I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you're learning to do that. You are developing these skills and you're going to offer your gifts in a very powerful way. So that's going to be the end of this reading. Hopefully this was helpful or inspiring or helped in some way. Maybe it resonated with you. If so, don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below, let me know if this was your story, how it resonated with you, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching and stopping by. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you again in the next one. So until then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.